We are live. Welcome back to your Monday night live stream. It is January 13th, 2025. I believe this is the first live stream of the year. I can't quite remember. My name is Sir Ashley. I am your real estate advisor for the Carolinas. And on this channel, we talk about the Carolinas. We talk about real estate and we talk about money. And what we attempt to do, and hopefully we accomplish it, is bring real life scenarios to you so you know what's happening in and around the Carolinas, the Charlotte area in particular, and how it pertains to people that live within the area or people relocating to the area. And we've helped literally thousands of people do just that. And I have, well, one just disappeared. I have two agents I want to introduce you to. They're part of my team. They're both amazing. First, I would like to bring an old neighbor of mine and an agent. Shauntay, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, most definitely. Can you introduce yourself to everyone?
Yes, my name is Shauntay Cloud. I service the Charlotte and the surrounding areas in North Carolina. I've been in the industry for a little over 5 years.
Perfect, perfect. I will have all of her contact information in the chat. I will input that when we start talking so I can, I'm doing double duty right now. And I also have Keisha Carter. How you doing today?
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now, a lot of, well, if you're my client and you're watching, there's a good possibility you saw Keisha at either an appointment that I couldn't make it to, or just helping you throughout the transaction. And she's really just stepped in, and both of them are absolutely amazing. But Keisha, she's a little closer to where I am. That's why Shauntay hasn't been as proactive with these clients. Keisha, how can people get in touch with you?
Um, you can definitely phone call me 843-861-9881. Instagram is Keish the Realtor, and that's KeishaTheRealtor. Or my TikTok, so by Keisha One. And
Perfect.
I've
So I
I've been in
will
the industry for 6 years, and I love it.
now, maybe because, so me personally, getting a little bit off topic, is
Hmm.
part of me, I, only 5 or 6 years. It seems like maybe because we're in it every single day, it just seems like it's gone a little longer. Like it's gone by fast, but sometimes it feels like it's been longer than 5, 6 years.
It
Mm.
do
So,
it really do.
so no, I will have all of their contact information in the description below, but also I'll put it into the chat once we start talking, and once they start talking, I will transpose their contact information and put it in there. What's going on, Barbara? Happy New Year. Thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for tuning in. Um, as always, we have an outline of things we want to talk about. You see the title. I want to talk about some big updates in Charlotte that's happening in Charlotte and around Charlotte, and also talk about Snowmageddon, what happened and how the city shut down last week. Talk about the
Hmm.
River District and what you need to be on the lookout for there. I'm very excited about that, but I think it might shock some
Yeah.
people as far as pricing goes. And then bring it home to talk about insurance costs and how they're increasing. And we see what's happened in Los Angeles and just the devastation. And my main concern is obviously kind of climate change is the main concern, but the people that were underinsured or weren't insured, and just the cost that really has on people's lives, and how you need to factor that in when you're buying a home. So we'll get into all that. We're going to talk about the fun things first, but stick around because we do have pertinent information that is valuable to you in your home search, whether you're buying new, like first time home buyer, or whether you're a move up buyer. These are things you need to be aware of because it's an ever changing real estate market. Just because you
Mhm.
bought 2, 3 years ago, those factors, that atmosphere, environment is totally different than what it is right now in 2025. So please pay attention, and hopefully we drop some nuggets. I know I have two experienced realtors that are going to provide value for you, and feel free to reach out to them during, after. You couldn't be in better hands. So first, I want to talk about this Snowmageddon. and how in the chat, who's in Charlotte and who experienced this I don't know, this snowstorm last week? By a show of hands, give me a one or a fire, or even I don't know if you can put a snowflake emoji in the chat if you if you were part of this experience that took place. What's going on, TLA? We also have Barbara. What's going on? There we go. Thank you for the chat commenting again. And as always, feel free to ask any questions. Make sure you like and share this. We have 20 people already watching, which I was actually a little concerned because I moved the time up. Typically, we go around 7:15, 7:30, but new year, new time, and I wanted to get it in before for the football game tonight. Not gonna lie. But here on out, we're gonna try to do it at 5:30 every Monday. Be right here with you. And if you can't catch it, I know people are in traffic and some people liked it a little later. You can always watch the replay or just jump in the middle. And we're here to help you. So I want to touch on the Snowmageddon. Give me 1 second. This right here, let me set the scene. I was in a meeting on Thursday afternoon. It was at noon. It was a lunch, actually. And I get a call from Fort Mill School District saying school's canceled for Friday. And I'm thinking, like, what the hell? Why, what's going on here? And yes, I heard the reports. I saw the news, different parts of the country. I saw Atlanta and all that, but nothing. I wasn't worried about anything here in Charlotte. But school was canceled. And I ended up spending my birthday. These two women were laughing at me at home, trying to navigate e-learning with my two daughters. That was quite the experience, but we got through it. But this
Wow.
is
Y'all
the
had
severe.
e-learning. We just had worksheets.
No, we had e-learning. Like they came again. They let us know at noon on Thursday. It was like, hey, make sure your kids can log in, do everything, and all that. Yeah. So it was, and I have a
It was a
kindergartner.
great birthday.
It was an amazing birthday.
It was a
Amazing
great
birthday.
birthday.
Amazing birthday. The with the kindergartner, it took me back to COVID days. The trauma. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this is. I don't know how we survived that, but we did, and we still didn't. We found a way not to still pay teachers, even though we realized that they are
So
mandatory,
Essential.
valuable.
They are an
essential,
essential
right?
part.
But we still
Yeah,
found a way
they
not to pay
paid
them.
enough.
But that brought back trauma. It brought back trauma. Uh, so this is the winter storm. If you're not in Charlotte, I'm from upstate New York. Like so, like it can snow like a 2-3 feet overnight, and they're not going to cancel school. But this is what happened and why school was canceled in Charlotte. Look at all that snow. It just came down in droves, inches and inches of snow. And that young man is like, I'm happy. He couldn't believe it either. He couldn't believe it
Right.
one bit about why was school canceled. Barbara, happy birthday. Happy birthday. 69
Happy
years young. That
birthday.
is a
Yeah.
blessing. That's a blessing.
That's a blessing.
I People think I'm weird when I say this, but I didn't think I would make it this age. So I'm just really thankful every birthday I'm able to celebrate every day. It really is a blessing. So 69, that
Look, you
is
got to celebrate it with family.
Yeah.
a little too close. I would like to celebrate. I like to celebrate it and send them off to school and then have them come back. That's what I
Yeah.
would have liked to do. But hold on, we got some more pictures. We got some more pictures of this Snowmageddon. Where we at here? Share screen. Now, we know Sean. Sean is our partner. He's one of the partners here at Lifestyle, and he's from Charlotte. He was talking about this snow. He was bundled up, ready to go make snow angels. And this was the snow that Charlotte got after 177 days. Can we see that? Yeah. Maybe a light dusting.
That looked about right.
Yeah, about a half inch. That looked like it came down more significant around. Was that South End? No, that's Plaza Midwood area.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Little
It was
ice.
more ice than anything. Yeah.
It was. Friday night was tons of ice. Or was it Saturday? Oh yeah, Friday night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Friday night.
this was the snow, and it shut down the city. Like WalMarts were rummaged through. The food line I go to nearby didn't have any bread or eggs, and I was just
But
trying
what
to
did
figure
you
this
get?
out. What did I get? I am. I'm embarrassed to admit what I got. Okay, I got to get off of here. What did I get? I got peanut butter and jelly. Oh, I can't cook.
Was ready
I
for
can't
the
cook.
power outage.
I can't cook at all. I
Oh,
can
we're
make
gonna get you a
breakfast food.
cookbook.
Hey,
That's
no,
your
breakfast,
birthday
I got
present.
you. Breakfast, pancakes, whatever you need, French toast, I got breakfast. But
Okay.
aside from breakfast, you're shit out of luck with me. Like, it
Listen,
ain't
sir.
happening. Yeah.
Sir, TikTok teach
Yeah.
you how to cook everything.
It
Okay,
does.
just
It does.
TikTok. I promise you. I baked some
Now,
cakes for
Detailed.
Christmas, and they was like, "Oh God, these cakes are great." I was like, "Oh, good, thank you, TikTok."
wait, hold on. So when you do that, did you like have a test run? Did you try it before serving it to people?
No, I just took
No.
it to my family.
That was very
That
brave
was
of you.
brave.
That was very
It
brave.
was.
Okay, okay. Um, TLA says about the same in New Jersey. Yeah, yeah. I mean, all the hype. Don't get me wrong. There's parts of the country that really got it bad.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually shocked at how much snow Atlanta got, but
I know,
Right.
here
but
in the Carolinas,
it skipped right through us. Like
yeah.
my son called me Saturday morning. He lived in Winston Salem, and they was outside playing in the
Hmm.
snow. I was like, "Well, how we skipped all over Charlotte? Like it
All over.
skipped
Yeah.
Charlotte and went to Winston from Atlanta."
Hmm. So no, it was. So I told you about my shortcomings and what I got. Shauntay, you were telling us about what you had picked up, and it seemed like I needed to be where you were. Like I needed to call your husband and be like, make room for three more.
And he was even shocked because I don't cook that often anymore. But
I was gonna
I'm a
say, like, I didn't
comfort
want to call you
food.
out like that. I didn't want to do that,
Okay.
but
Okay. Okay. Here we go. No, I'm a comfort food person. So I
yeah.
had like soup one night, then I had planned out for ribs, peach cobbler, things like that. Party meals.
So we got Elizabeth Brown talking about you all, saying she feels sorry for you that can't cook without TikTok.
They have
Let
good
them like
recipes.
I want you
They
to let
do.
them know,
They
but
do.
I am right. I don't even have TikTok. Gigi. I need to go search TikTok. So I mean, I have TikTok, but I need to search for recipes. I haven't even implemented that. Really, like say get them because I am part of them right now.
Mhm.
So no. Look, whenever you want to come, grace us with your presence and food, Elizabeth, by all means.
Yes,
Yeah, we'll give
Elizabeth.
you a
Come
kitchen.
on. We
Mm-hmm.
meet Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
team meetings. Come on. You can serve and I'm always catering
You can
things.
serve.
So you can grace us with your with your
We
food. Most definitely.
we
Thank
love to
you.
eat.
I appreciate that. All right. So no, that was it really tickled my spirit when no did it. When school just canceled and everybody was just acting crazy about the snow, especially I'm from upstate New York. I was wearing shorts on Saturday, so I was perfectly
Mhm.
fine and comfortable, and yeah. So I don't know. It was quite the shocking experience.
So you had on shorts and a sweatshirt, a hoodie
And a
That was me.
hoodie.
Yeah, in a hoodie. That's in a
outfit.
hoodie. You just need your core protected, right?
Outfit.
No,
You just need your
it
core
was
protected.
cold.
It
It was still
was.
cold
It was.
You
I was
know.
happily in the bed
all
with my
day.
little bit of ice.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to the snow. I had already had my Saturday plan, which was to do nothing. Like I had my cookies and some chips and some popcorn. I was ready to sit home all day in the bed.
With
Now,
some
one thing
Netflix,
that it
right?
really did impact open houses and whatnot on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it even also impacted on Sunday. Nobody was still out on Sunday because I had some open houses I had in York. And nobody, I talked to the representative, I talked to one, two, three, about 5 builders in York on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, we're not in the office.
They work from
Nobody,
home.
they work from home. And the only person that was open, builder that I know, was DR Horton, and they didn't have any traffic at all either. So nobody was out. I mean, I got some work done during the open house, but I was expecting a little bit more traffic, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, it was cold.
Now I want to bring our attention and let's talk about the development and growth in Charlotte. Key point, or I think the crown jewel right now, is the River District that's coming up and it's starting. They've been talking about the River District for quite some time. It is, as you see the title of this article, 1,400 acres. It's going to be residential, commercial, home community, right along Catawba River. River District Master Plan Community in West Charlotte. And I had one. What are your thoughts on the River District? Are you excited about it? What are you looking forward to? I'll say
I'm
Keisha, go.
excited. Oh,
Whoever.
sorry.
Whoever goes first.
No, I'm
Yeah.
excited. I used to live by it in the Barrack neighborhood where they were supposed to build.
Yes, yeah.
Didn't like the idea of all the traffic, but I like the idea of the restaurants and the shopping, the additional shopping.
Now, the additional shop right there, we had an outlet right there. You needed
I
more
know,
shopping?
but this is supposed to be more upscale.
I mean, that outlet had what? It had Saks. It has Saks. It has Coach.
So we could start at the outlet, eat lunch, and then go to the next one.
Fair
Right?
enough. Fair enough. Okay. Okay. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah, and maybe it's going to bring some different restaurants because it's going to have like a lot of retail. Like, it's going to be where the place where you can play, live, and have
No, most
entertainment.
definitely.
So,
Yeah.
and
To
it's
where it
not
really is
far
just
from, yeah.
it's an all-encompassing community. It says what 129 single-family homes and townhomes, and just based on these builders, right? So I have clients who want to live in that area, and they're under the notion that it's going to be affordable. Before I get into it, what do you think as far as pricing? Like this is all we're all guessing right now, right? We might have educated guess because we're professionals and this is what we do. What do you think for the single family homes in that area? What do you think it's going to be priced at? And you see the builders here. We have David
So
Wickley, BRB, Stacy Burbank, and Toll Brothers. Like now, granted, more inventory, people think prices are going to come down, but based on what I see here, I have my own opinion. What do you say?
It depends on what they call affordable.
That is a very good answer. So
I mean, because you got to think it's close to uptown. It's not far from uptown. You're still close to still Greenboro area and the airport. I don't know how affordable they want it to be, but
so let's say, what is your definition of affordable? Let's go with your definition of affordable. I think affordable is the median price home in the Charlotte area is $380. Now the average price is around $450, but let's say median price. I think affordable would be less than the median, right? Like 300 would be quote unquote affordable, because if the average is or the median is 380, no chance. I don't believe there's any chance it's going to be anywhere near 380 or 300.
Maybe for a townhome, and because of those builders, that's going to be kind of.
I think even with those builders, because what's up, Ortez? Thank you for rocking with us, Ortez. Come on. You know he's getting his license, right? His real estate license.
Oh, go Ortez.
Yeah. Ortez has been on the channel for those that have been rocking with us for some time. He is a mortgage broker, but he's also getting his real estate license and is joining Lifestyle of the Firm. So definitely looking forward to that.
Welcome.
So yeah, what do you say, Shauntay?
I I'd say in that area, it's a mixture. So you have what do you got? Barrack, which is already in the 5 to 600 range, and then you have lake homes in that area,
Ooh,
and then
yeah,
you have some trailers and different things. But I could see just based on these builders and stuff, probably 650 starting range.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
For the single
because
family.
of yeah, for the
Mm-hmm.
single family, like before the builders were announced, I would have thought it might be a little bit more affordable. Again, it all depends on the definition of affordable. I would have thought they would have been around 450, 380 to 450. But once they started naming the builders, David Weekly Homes, they don't know how to make
Mhm.
anything less than five.
Nope. But
Right?
as Shauntay said, but even as Shauntay said earlier, when it comes to the retail development stores that they're bringing in that area, it's going to be more upscale. So they
hmm
got to have that type of living in that area as well.
You know what I'm thinking? When I see that area, what I picture is, you all know Phillips Place, South Park
Hmm.
area? I'm picturing Phillips Place, River District area. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
More
Mm-hmm.
upscale, right on the water, like people that are, unfortunately,
Right.
Hmm.
that was just higher end,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I further think that way because David Weekly, DRB. Sometimes DRB depends on it depends. Sometimes it's more affordable, but more times than not, they go with the market quickly. I remember
Yeah.
in not too far away in the vineyards, they were building single family homes in the vineyards, and they first started off in the fives. This is during COVID. Um,
Hmm.
it ended in the eights. So first in there may get a sweetheart deal, but then
Mm-hmm.
once they see that prices they can push the envelope, they're going to. I mean, like any business will, right? They're gonna try to maximize what they can get. Stacy Burbank doesn't. You can't. You're not getting anything less than 550
You know.
for Stacy Burbank, and then Toll
And then the
Brothers.
homes.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And the homes are going to be like the farm look. Some of the homes going to have like that
hmm
farm look. So you know they're already going to be 600 plus.
Yep. Yeah, and then Toll Brothers. If we just look at their offerings in this area, right? You have the higher end stuff, but in even the townhouses, because they have townhouses in Griffith Lakes, and those started in the low threes, right?
Hmm.
But now they're
And
in
they
the
did.
upper threes, fours, and people get confused or misled by thinking it's cheaper or more affordable to go the townhouse route.
No, it's not.
Technically, yes, on paper, where you see the purchase price. But then when you add in the $200 a month in HOA fees, you might as well pay that $600,000 single family home if you had
Hmm.
another $200, 250 every single month in HOA fees, right?
I agree.
So it's gonna be. I'm excited just for the opportunity and growth in the area and having something so close to the airport. I think it's gonna just be a better attraction to where you don't have to go too far into Charlotte to really see some of the best Charlotte has to offer. But for those that grew up in that area, I feel a little distraught for because they're
Mm-hmm.
going to be priced out. Whether priced out as far as not being able to afford something in there, once property values go up and property taxes go up, if
Hmm.
they can't accommodate for those increases in taxes, they may be pushed further west into Mount Holly, which is already high, and then you have to go Stanley or then Gastonia. So that's my concern. That's my concern.
Yeah, and you have a lot of people that don't want to go to West Charlotte because of the name, but they have to realize that Charlotte is just being regentrified altogether,
Yep.
and West Charlotte is the next area that they're focusing on.
Mm-hmm.
And if you, it's best to get in now before the prices
hmm
really go up in that area.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And this is what I tell people right now is, let's say you own a home in West Charlotte or land in West Charlotte, or your grandmother owns a house or land in West Charlotte. Don't sell it yet. Do not sell it. What I've been seeing again, and this is coming from an investor. So I like to buy property. I like to see where things are coming and buy it early. Advice from an investor: keep it. Keep it. If you can partner up with somebody to build on it to maximize your profits, by all means do that. But at a very minimum, whatever it takes to get the family together, to make sure the taxes are paid, the mortgage is paid, whatever needs to be done. I understand it can be difficult at times. Do it, because just based on the growth that's happening in that area, you will see the reward, even though it's a bit of a sacrifice right now. And what I hate is see people and families lose equity, not knowing what's happening right around the corner. They sell it now, but then the person that buy it, they know in 2 years they're going to be sitting on a gold mine. They didn't even do anything with the property or the land, right? So, have you all seen that in the past?
Yeah.
Hold on. We have quite a few comments. I don't even know what this is. Where's the area where they're making a big deal about a Whataburger? Clear Creek Crossing, I think. What side of town is that? Then we had Ortez. First Whataburger coming to Gastonia, which
In
is just west of
Gastonia.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Gastonia is, so my sister, Ambernique, you all know, she's big on Gaston County. And Gaston County, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
It's coming up.
I would not, if you would have told me anything about Gaston County 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I would have listened, but I wouldn't really pay too much mind. Right now, there's a lot of opportunity, and we talk about getting into places early. Gaston is something you may want to consider.
Yeah, it is. And then you got to think with the casino coming down there, you can see equity.
All right.
No, I like it. I like it. Ms. Barber's giving us some advice on how to stay young, because she's 69, talking about growing our own food. Restaurants killing us.
They are.
You're not lying.
They are.
You're not lying at all. Gastonia, zip code 28056. Sorry, and Gastonia has some great houses. They do.
They do, Ortez.
They do.
So,
and they're building up.
They are.
And great starting prices to get out there.
Yes, they do.
Great starting prices, but even parts of Gastonia, we're talking about starting in the mid fives too. Like, so parts of Gastonia, pockets like Eastwood Homes, and then you have Empire Homes. Like, they are, Empires isn't in the, I think they might be in the mid fives now.
They're in the fives now. Yeah,
they're in the fives. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, some people think Gastonia, they're going to get an awesome deal. It really depends on where in Gastonia. There are those opportunities, and there's even programs. Reach out to us where it's still available. In parts of Gastonia, you can get a $20,000 grant to buy a home, to where you can use it to buy down the payment, go to your down payment. Go to your down payment or buy down the interest rate. One of my clients is actually considering one of those for a townhouse. That's actually it's right at 300,000. But remember, when you factor in those townhomes, when you factor that in, just to keep that in mind, is you got to make sure you for that HOA.
Is it one HOA or two HOA?
It's one HOA.
Okay.
It's about $150 a month.
Okay. Is this a new construction home?
Yes. Yep.
And the builder will pay her closing costs, so she can use that money towards her down payment. Oh, that's an awesome deal.
So there's a couple builders in Gastonia right now that are offering for townhomes, offering amazing incentives. Nolan Farms, you all have been to Nolan Farms? You got Lennar back there. They are offering some amazing incentives if you use their financing company, to where I believe it's like 3.99, 30-year fixed.
Yeah.
And the average rate right now for people with a 780 credit score and 25% down is 7.24. That's what it ended today at, 30-year fixed. So if you can get something for 3.99, by all means, let's jump in and get it. Right?
And they're beautiful townhomes in a beautiful location.
Yes. You're talking about the Nolan Farms?
Nolan Farms, yeah.
So I will give you one of those. I will give you.
Be
Again, I keep
easy.
it. I try to be honest with you all here, 100% here. I love the townhomes, and me, I'm not like hugely not a fan, but townhomes, like, the way they're built and constructed and designs, amazing. The community is amazing. Now, it depends on which way you go into Nolan Farms, because if you go that back way, like you come in from Clover,
Lake Wally, yeah, you like 7 minutes from Lake Wally.
yeah, no, no. If you go that way, have you seen that dirt racetrack they have?
Yeah, I don't like that racetrack either. I seen that. I was like, oh,
So like during the day, it's very benign. You really won't even think anything of it. You go past there on a Friday night,
see, I
it is
have not seen Friday Night. Yeah, I have not seen that.
it's like you might as well be a mini NASCAR. Like, but with that said, it's about when you get in, right? And pricing is that way because they understand that it's developing. So you get in
Right.
now, you build that equity, and in 2 to 3 years, you're amazing. I actually have clients that bought in Nolan Farms in the Meritage section, and they already have over $100,000. They bought during COVID. They
Yeah,
already have $100,000.
yeah.
So there's tons of opportunity, and it's you say it's happening every day. The gentrification, it's in the process. They're getting it out. They're getting it out.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Fleming, the River District is intriguing. Currently in Texas, looking to move to Charlotte. Come on, what part of, I mean, Texas, what part of Tennessee? I'm sorry.
Tennessee. Mm-hmm.
Give me, I used to, very briefly, I lived in Nashville. Yeah, I'm actually still licensed to practice law in Tennessee.
You're
Took
all
the
over the
Tennessee
place.
bar. I thought I was going to
Oh, I
be,
know everywhere.
thought I was going to live there. So Chris, let me know where at. Nashville area.
Nashville.
What part of Nashville? Yeah, what part of Nashville?
You're getting detailed.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I used to live over there. Used to live over there.
Next, you
If
gonna
you
say,
need
"Oh,
a if
you
you
know
need a
this
realtor,
person?"
you need a realtor in the Nashville area, I can put you in contact with one.
No, he don't need a realtor in Nashville. He's moving to Charlotte. See
I know,
that?
but
But
He's
he's
moving to
first still
need to
Charlotte.
sell a
licensed, so
home.
he can
He might
help
need to
them.
sell a home in Nashville area. We're here to help. We're full service over here. Now I want to. Sorry, I want to go to this. Here we go. Share this instead. We're talking about the River District. Before we move on to talk about the other development that I want to talk about in the Charlotte area, I'm at the River District website. And model homes opening spring of 2025. They're starting to build them this month, like literally starting in, it said January, the construction for the single family homes. And you can buy those homes or go and get them under contract well before the model's done. And again, if you're looking for the best deals, if you're not familiar with the product line or the builders, by all means, we have videos, we have pictures, and obviously they have floor plans and renditions of them. You get the best deal if you do it before the model home and all that is constructed, because the early adopters always get the best pricing. Right. So this is just a video of what it's going to look like, a general mock-up. Could the River District get you further south, Shauntay? Or are you going to stay in up north?
I'm comfortable in my Huntersville. I'm comfortable.
Okay. You see, I'm trying to get her down here, Keisha.
I try.
Trying to get her
No,
back.
I try not to get her to move. I was like, "No, girl, don't go that far up."
Still,
But
you're
no, I
only
think
20 minutes away.
with no traffic.
With no traffic, right?
So no, I'm excited about
Listen,
this.
I joined the
Listen.
interest list on this because I was like, maybe I might buy a house out here.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah.
and so one thing I want people to be aware of though is the lot sizes for single family homes are going to be 40 or 50 feet, yards, right? There's a feet or yards, whatever. It's not going to be that wide of a home site. It's going to be pretty narrow.
They're gonna be close together. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't think you're gonna go in the River District and have a whole bunch of space. You're probably gonna be able to reach out and touch your neighbors, like you and your neighbors go side by side on each of your houses. Y'all can, touch each other's hands. So don't think you're gonna have tons of
But
space. But
hopefully you're out doing the shopping and eating and you don't really pay attention to each
Yeah,
other.
see, y'all over here talking about he wouldn't need a
Sure.
realtor. Chris does need a realtor. Thank you, Chris. Let's talk afterwards, please. Um, we got this. We got this. Yeah, PSU. What? Fisk University. Yeah, no, I'm with it. I'm with it. Now let's talk about this other development and just what I see happening here in. Sorry, where are we at here? I think I lost it.
Mm.
1 second.
Would you consider moving there, sir?
So, short answer,
Hmm.
yes, I would, but for my girls.
Okay, makes
But for
sense.
my girls, like I I'm resigned to the thought of me moving anywhere until they graduate high school,
Hmm.
which is a while because they're what one is in kindergarten, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
And the
you.
reason why we moved to
yeah. You
this
gonna be here for a
area,
while.
Oh wow,
yeah, yeah, reason why we moved to this area is because of the schools,
they
right?
do have good
Hmm.
schools.
So the good
Hmm.
schools. So I don't want to. Actually, I'm dealing with this right now with some neighbors on the other side of the subdivision. They're thinking about moving, um, but their hesitation is they want to find another part in Fort Mill to UK that is going to be zoned for the same schools because they don't want to disrupt the schools and the kids and everything like that because they all have been going together, school for the last 3-4 years, and it's just hard and not
I
knowing
could
how.
say with technology and these kids have phones so early.
Now, I agree with you to a point, but
Hmm.
if we just think back, now for me, it might be a little longer than you all. Me thinking back, like I'm trying to give y'all some grace here.
I'm with
Is
it.
is I mean, I remember I going from school to school, and I know I transferred high schools. I didn't. I had a cell phone then, or I had a two way. I had a two way. I didn't keep in contact with the other high school people.
You know,
You didn't have social media as well.
That is
I
true. That
mean,
is true.
let's
We didn't have
age
social
you.
media.
Social
Yeah, I
media
didn't have social
makes
media.
it different. Because my
Yeah.
children, I uprooted and they haven't lost contact. They still, the parents and I, we still commute them back and forth.
See, that's just asking, but that's asking for more, like me to be a taxi again,
responsibility.
We're done. We're
right?
done.
like we need to figure out this like Uber for kids or something, like a safe Uber to where I can put them in and they can be fine. But until
You
that
are that
comes, like
Uber.
no, until that's what I'm saying. Like we have no Monday nights are free. That's why I do this. We have stuff Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then Friday night is daddy daughter night, right? So every day of the week is something, and then now you want me to be even more of a taxi in addition to what the sports and the different things on the weekend. You want me to go drive them to see a friend?
When they hit high school, they're going to be laying in their bed on the phone, FaceTiming.
That is true.
Hmm.
That is true. I mean, even now, I see him on the iPad, FaceTiming and all that. I'm like, didn't you just get out of school? Didn't you just see Abigail and
Exactly.
all of them? No. So,
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah, you better enjoy this daddy girl time now because after a while they're not gonna want to be around you.
Don't say that. Don't speak that. They're going to,
Oh, look at him. He
no.
about to
He
tear
Right
about
up.
to
now,
cry. He about to cry.
I want to shout out to everybody on the YouTube channel because right now you all give me a lot of street cred in the house to where I still seem cool because I'm on YouTube and their friends think I'm cool too, so they want to be around me.
Oh.
I know my days are
Oh.
limited, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
Where are we at here? We have, there it is. So what is really taking place here in the Charlotte area, and there's multiple articles about this, the rise of 55 and older communities in this area and how Charlotte has really become a destination for retirees. Whether people are retiring from out west up north, or people in Florida that are just one. I've helped a couple people moving from Florida. They're tired of the large insurance premiums, right?
Mhm.
And then just the uncertainty with the weather. Now, granted, do we have a
Mhm.
scare? They had a scare. I was perfectly
We
fine,
don't.
but but so a lot of people even from Florida are coming back. They don't want to go all the way up north or Connecticut, New Jersey, New York. They don't want to go back there, but they will settle in the greater Charlotte area. So a ride, have you all, I mean, I know I've seen articles, but are you all experiencing that on the day to day where you see retirees coming to this area?
Yes. And
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. And I like the 55 plus communities. I really do because there's so many amenities in there.
Hmm. We
And it
need to
just
make it
makes you
like
feel
45 plus.
no,
I
but
really
they take
do
20.
because I'm a nice.
Yeah, but they take 20%. If you're under 55, you don't they'll take 20% ratio.
Yeah. No, they are. So going off topic, and we're going to get to this article in a second. What presently, this one isn't built yet or is proposed. What is your favorite 55 and older community right now in the Charlotte area?
Mm. The
Hmm.
surrounding, I would say Trilogy.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about Trilogy. 'Cause you're up north. I got it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Trilogy is amazing.
it's
That is an
really nice.
amazing community.
Mhm.
That clubhouse, the sit like it almost is
Yeah.
They can do their
actually.
golf court and go across the street to the grocery store. Like it's nice.
So what I'm expecting from you, putting her on the spot, everyone. Can you give us a tour of Trilogy and the model homes and everything like that? I know they might be done, but at least you can do like
Right.
the clubhouse, the amenity area, for what people can see
You
or
do
get
that.
when they come here, because
They're in
that
their
is
final
a
phase.
huge selling feature. Like I forgot all about Trilogy.
Mhm.
They're
That's
nice
up
too.
there. That is up there for me. I don't know how I forgot about them. Can
Mhm. Yeah, they have like 88 plus clubs of things you can do. They have cigar, wine, golfing,
yeah.
knitting, card games, everything. Got a
Now,
restaurant on site.
now I will say this to my 55 and older clients or people that just want to be my friend. Um, I'm ready to play pickleball.
Yep.
Let me know. I have my paddles. I am ready. Like if you need to bring in a ringer. I don't know if I'm a ringer, but I'm okay. I can hold my own. We can dominate your neighbors. All right. So let's do it. There's tons of pickleball, even to pickleball tournaments they have on the weekends, and I feel very athletic when I play pickleball. So,
Yeah.
Keisha, what's your favorite one?
Um, I like Crest Winds. I haven't been to
Hmm.
Trilogy in a long time, but I do like Crest Winds. I don't think they have as many amenities as Trilogy, but that's one of them that I do like.
They are nice, well built
Now,
homes.
TLA says
Um,
55 plus communities frighten me. I see them as death camps. It is very difficult for resale. You can't reverse mortgage. You only get new neighbor when the neighbor dies.
Oh
Um,
God.
so
I had the same thought. I really did. And then I went to
that's
Mhm.
what I'm saying. Like let's
Trilogy.
address this elephant in the room because this is what I get. This is what I get, and I get people that are coming to the area and they're like
Mhm.
they're retiring. Like don't take me to a 55 and older community, but I'm like just come with me, please. Indulge me, just this one, and then I'll show you
Mhm.
wherever you want, right? And
Yeah.
so, but what do you have to say, Shauntay, when you come across this pushback?
Well, I thought the same thing. So, I mean, I agree with you to a point. I
Mhm.
thought I was just going to hear ambulances coming through. But
Yeah.
this particular community, they were so active. And I remember talking to one of the owners there, and I was like, well, why did you choose this? And she was like,
Mhm.
I don't want to hear the basketball beating next door. Matter of fact, I don't wait for my kids' calendar to clear up. They have to wait and fit in my calendar because I'm so active. I mean, they are busy.
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
They're not
I would
retirees like sitting down just waiting to die.
now. This is I don't know, maybe ignorance on my part, right? Um, when I first thought of 55 and older communities, I was in the same mindset. I took it off because it was covering up half of Keisha's face. Um, I was of the same mindset that, like, man, it's just people go there to die. You're gonna see, but when I tell you that these residents in this community are active and fit, I
Mm-hmm.
wish I could move like them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are, like it is not that death sentence that I once thought, or
No.
they are
Mm-mm.
very active, um, run circles around me, and actually, I learned about stuff to do in the Charlotte area. I'm being honest with
No,
you, from them,
From them. Yep.
from them. Yeah. Um, one
that's a
of them
fact.
has like calls me her little brother because she was like, hey, and gave me like tickets to Maxwell. Like she
Oh,
tells me what's
Oh
going on.
wow.
Yeah, that she just couldn't make
tell
it.
her
She was
she
out of
need a
town.
little
Like she's just
sister.
traveling and all that. So she's like, hey, I got some
Yeah.
tickets. You want it? And I'm like, yeah. But no, like it is by far. It's not what you think. There's tons of
Mm-hmm.
activities,
It
and they have
is.
different camps. Well, tons of wine nights, and the communities themselves are, I don't know, they're just all inclusive, to where you
Mm-hmm.
have a club or a network for whatever you want to do, literally
Yeah.
whatever
Mm-hmm.
you want to do. And if you want to do it, you can create it, because I'm sure there's other people that have that same niche that want to, or interest, that want to partake in it.
Yeah,
So
they always have a calendar full of events for you to do.
yes, they even have
And
like
as
an
far as the
event
reverse,
coordinator. Yep.
they do, yeah. And the reverse mortgage part, I I remember us going to like an event at Crestwinds, and there
Hmm.
was a
Mm-hmm.
reverse
They
mortgage loan
did.
officer there,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought she
I was
said you
gonna.
could get a reverse mortgage.
So
She
I
can.
can say this now. Again, I can't speak of like TLA. I don't know where you looked at or where you what you know. I'm not sure what you did or who you talked to.
Hmm.
I know in the 55, I have a client who bought in the Toll Brothers section, the Regency section of the Palisades, 55 and older section, and they definitely bought it with a reverse mortgage. Like
Mortgage.
they get paid every single month they live in that house.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Again, I don't know what guidance you got or which community you looked at, but I don't believe that is accurate. Well, I know it's not accurate for all 55 and older communities,
Mm-hmm.
where you can definitely take advantage of the equity and whatnot you put in elsewhere, get a reverse mortgage, and yeah, they're happy. And I will say, you do not only get a neighbor when your neighbor dies. I'm actually, I know in in Carolina Orchards, right here in Fort Mill, there's a listing that will be going on the market by one of our agents. She's
Did the
not
person
dead.
die? Oh.
She did not die. She did not die. She is selling her home to move into Elizabeth, the other community, a new, brand new Lennar community in Fort Mill, to be closer to her daughter. So I get your sentiment, but it's not. That is not the case. That is not the case.
I just closed on one last Friday, and the owners were moving because they were building a bigger house, but ranch, because that
Yep.
particular model had a loft upstairs, and she couldn't go up the stairs anymore.
I'm glad you said that. So the
Hmm.
challenges I've had with clients that have come here and built in 55 and older communities, they come here to downsize. And this one
Yeah.
couple I'm thinking of, they came here from Colorado, and right outside Denver, and they had like a 3,000 square foot home, and they like we're going to downsize and downsize significantly, and they bought a home for 1,300 square feet. I told them and I asked them. Now it's just them two and their dog. I'm like, are you
Okay.
sure about this?
Hmm.
Are you sure? They're like, no, this is more than enough space. We got it. They literally were in that house for 6 months. They called
Oh
me and was like,
wow.
sir, this is not gonna work. We need a bigger house. And I'm like, are you sure? Right? Because we
Yep.
had this conversation. And sure
Hmm.
enough, we went ahead and got them a home that's around 2,400 square feet. It's
Hmm.
not in the 55 and older community, but it's closer to the family members that they came down to be with. So just make sure if you are making that move here and want to be in a 55 and older community, that The size is going to be able to accommodate your needs. Don't think you're going to just do the drastic downsize. You may not be ready for it. You may not be ready
Right.
for it. So I put this on here. TLA says she's waiting on a reverse mortgage video. And I'm looking at my two amazing agents right here, wondering, we often talk about video topics to make, and we see that there's a demographic that wants the reverse mortgage video.
Okay.
So,
And I actually think it's a good video. I actually worked in reverse mortgages for just a
so
short
what I hear
period
you
of time.
saying is that you are going to
Yes,
make that
she's on
video.
it.
No,
Did you hear that?
She's on it.
no,
I heard
but
it.
That's what I
heard
heard.
it.
I think
That's what I
I'm
heard.
thinking it really would be a good topic, because I'm trying to tell my aunt to do one as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's definitely a needed topic, because a lot of people are misinformed on it. And before I actually worked in that field for a couple of months, I thought it was the worst thing ever. But
Yeah.
now I'm like, I can see why, someone of a certain age will want to get it done.
Yeah.
Me personally, yeah.
Ortez Fields, a mortgage broker, says you have to be at least 62 years old to get a reverse mortgage. Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate it.
I co-sign.
Right, I co-sign too.
She'll be downsizing too, wanting about 2,000 square feet. Yeah. So I mean, I think that's a healthy
That's a good
sized
size.
home. But to go from like 3,000 to 1,300 square feet, I really. And the dog wasn't a tiny dog; it was a big dog. And I'm like, and I know both of them. Like when your clients end up being like family, you get to know them very intimately.
Mhm.
And knowing both of them, I'm like, I know you like your space. I know you like your space. That's not gonna happen in this 1,300 square feet. It's not gonna happen.
Right. Yeah.
Come on now, video please with exclamation points, Keisha.
Mm.
Get on it,
We
girl.
got you. We got you, TLA.
Okay. All right. So now let's talk about the topic at hand, where the massive new 870 acre development proposed just south of the border in Indian Land, South Carolina. Now, if you've been rocking with me for a little while, you know that I'm a big advocate of Indian Land. Hate the name, but it is what it is. And you get a lot of bang for your buck. And reason why I like Indian Land right now, well, a couple years ago, you got a lot of bang for your buck. You still get a good value now, but there's a lot of construction going on out there, and prices are going up faster than I would like to admit. Indian Land is just situated in a great area because if you've been looking in this area, you know you have Ballantyne right here, and then you have Fort Mill, and they converge right into Indian Land. So you have the Ballantyne demographic. The Ballantyne is very established. I want to say wealthy, well-off area of Charlotte. Then you have Fort Mill, which is also established in affluent part of South Carolina. They're converging right into Indian Land. So you're able to take advantage of both of those demographics and take advantage of those people migrating to that area. And you have access to all the amenities in Ballantyne, which is quite a bit. Have y'all been to Ballantyne Spa?
No, I haven't.
I'm actually shocked coming from both of you.
No,
Been
we haven't
busy,
been
sir.
to
We've been busy. We've had
Okay,
it on the books.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. But then you have then there's not too much shopping in Fort Mill, but you have some restaurants and whatnot in Fort Mill. But no, you have access to both of those. But this community, proposed community, they should be finalizing it. It gets approval, I believe, later this week or next week, is a 55 and older community by Crestwind. Keisha mentioned that her favorite is Crestwind Charlotte. Huge community. I don't even know how many homes Crestwind has. I know I've had several clients buy in that community in Charlotte. They
I
have
think it
several
was like
communities here.
760.
Yeah. But this one, 760, this one's going to be larger. And talking about the amenity center, it has the indoor outdoor pool, a full gym, outdoor area, has cabanas, fire pits. You have billiards. This really is all encompassing. So if this community is going to be anything like Crestwood, Charlotte, if you're looking for a 55 and older community, this one is it. Well, this one is proposed.
KTLA.
Yes, this one is proposed. Right here, you see it says 853 homes are proposed, including 409 acres of open space featuring ponds, streams, and wetlands. Now, what I like is the 7-acre amenity area.
Yes.
That's going to be amazing. 13 acres for commercial use, 3 acres for institutional purposes. So this one, I believe did I read in this one or another article where they're going to be talking about, there it is. The meeting is January 14th. So it is tomorrow. Tomorrow. And the decision will be made late January about, I believe this community is going to exist. It's just a matter of how big and how large and if all of those components will get approved in it. But it is a steal right now. And if we talk about communities that are opportunities in 55 and older, you have that one by Crestwinds. We don't know exactly what the name is going to be, but it's going to be by Sun City, which is a 55 and older community as well, which is amazing. And the benefit of buying in 55 and older communities in South Carolina versus North Carolina is, one, cheaper property tax if you live in the property, and then 2, cheaper property taxes at a certain age, homestead. So you get to take advantage of both of those to where your monthly payment for the same purchase price will be significantly cheaper in South Carolina versus Trilogy. Versus Trilogy. Now, don't get me wrong.
I'm all for the
Keisha,
client.
myself,
Where's cheaper? I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, all of us can help you no matter which state you want to go to, but it's just different things to factor in to your monthly payment because you will be paying an HOA fee. Right.
But the HOA fee, it covers so much stuff like yard upkeep.
It covers like all of your
yeah,
security, yard, and your
internet,
your amenities. Your amenities. Like it's a good value. It's a good value. One other community I want to talk about, 55 and older community that has just started. They just started selling. They broke ground this summer. They started making sales this fall. Carolina Riverside, Del Webb. Have y'all been there?
I haven't.
Where's that at?
Belmont.
Oh yeah, I went there. I went there before.
It is huge.
Yeah, nice.
It is going to be huge. And what I love about it is, one, it's built by Pulte. I like Pulte. But
yeah, me too.
They do, for the Del Webb, because it's under the Del Webb brand, they just do a little extra something for the 55 and older. Like Pulte already delivers a nice product, but the 55 and older Pulte division, they know that demographic likes things they're very particular. Right?
Yeah.
They're very particular, and they're not going to settle for less than what they believe they deserve, which sometimes when you buy your first home, sometimes you just got to get in where you can. Right? Your first home is not going to be your last home. And it's going to feed right into TLA's comment. But if this is your last home, if this is your last home, you want to make sure you get everything you want, right? You want to make sure you get everything you want, and they do that. They have 3 different. I actually have a video coming out. I've been working on it the past month and a half. Birthdays, holidays. I've been slacking. I've created videos. I just haven't edited. I haven't pieced everything together. But I have a very long video going over 10 model homes in Crestwinds, 7 model homes in the Carolina Riverside, and then also there was another 55 and older community. At least those 17 homes, but there's another 5 that I want to talk about because, again, I understand and dealing with, we're dealing with a client right now, Keisha, that are moving, quote unquote, downsizing to how big is that home they're downsizing to?
It's still like 2,500 square feet. And it's still got like a loft upstairs and
Mm-hmm.
four or five bedrooms. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't really think they downsized.
no. The initial thought
Yeah,
was they're gonna
the
downsize.
downsize.
Then they got
They have
here and
a
was like,
smaller
no.
yard.
Actually, I think they have a larger yard.
You shut up.
I think I really do. I think just most of the living area is on the main floor now
Yeah,
versus
that's it.
having
That's it.
the second. That's what it is. It's the most of the living is on the main floor, so she don't have
Now,
to go
with that
upstairs if she
said,
don't want to.
I was gonna say, with that said, he got his whole game room upstairs. He's going upstairs.
He do.
Fact.
Yeah, he
He's
want to
going
make sure his
upstairs.
He got to make sure the projector is in the right spot.
We we had to go back, call a couple times to make sure. No, that wiring need to have it centered for that wall. Like, yeah. No, again,
Yeah,
we
he's serious.
we make sure that you're covered, right? Little details matter, and we don't overlook it. We want to make sure that your needs are met, and yeah, that's what we do. That's the kind of service we provide. I know you've been into that house countless times, and we'll continue going. So I appreciate both of you for the work you all put in. Question is there an HOA fee cap in these communities? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I want to just offhand say no. Like, you mean like what the HOA can go up to? It really comes down to, so the HOAs work a little different here. I have nothing really compared to, so I can't say it works different here. But once the community's done, the HOA goes over to the homeowners, and it's up to you all to decide what it's going to be. Now, I say decide, there's a budget that goes into play, right?
Yeah,
So it's not like, hey, we're deciding we want to spend everybody spend $99 a month. No, there's a budget that you talk about a $15 million amenity center, that costs money.
It has to be
that costs money, right? So there's going to be things you need to account for. Now, one thing I think you're thinking of is something that happened in 2010 in this area. Thank you. This is what I thought you were talking about. Buy in 2025 at $300 a month, 2035, $1,500. Now, one thing that this is exactly what I thought you were talking about. I have not seen that happen in 55 and older communities. Where I have seen that happen is rundown, dilapidated townhomes communities where everybody's moved out. So you have it's a lot of vacancies to where now you have 20% of the community paying all of the HOA. So your HOA might have been $150 a month, and now because there's so many vacancies, you're at $500 a month. Now that just has to deal with poor management and not being on top of the HOA to begin with. But one thing I'm confident to say, when you're dealing with the 55 and older demographic, they're not going to let nothing slide. They're not going to let it. No. If they're paying every single month, they're going to make sure everything is well kept, and that's not going to have those issues where you have a lot of vacancies because they're not going to go for that. Barbara, that's true, Mr. Ashley. Especially, I bought homes and kept flipping them, making money. I like it. I like it.
Yes.
Talking about again, your first home isn't going to be your forever home.
Yep.
It's not. It's not. And in my opinion, if you are young in your 20s, I wish I would have started while I was in college, but in your 20s, just get a home.
Yeah.
Get a home. You're going to be paying. In this area, rent is about $2,100. Right, even if you got to get a roommate or something like that, get a home, get equity, and then 2 to 3 years, if you want to, resell it. Sell it and get that equity, get that profit, and then you have an additional. Let's just be conservative, $50,000 to $70,000 as a down payment to buy your next home or whatever it may be, and then keep leveling up like that. Don't. Many people wait to get that home, and they think they're going to use that time to wait to save money. And I guarantee, let's talk about Nolan Farms, bring it back to a prior conversation. My clients have been in the home for 2.5 years and have over $100,000 equity. they did not save over 100,000 in 2 years.
Right.
Right? They didn't save it to be able to put
Right.
it into the next home that they want to buy. But they just lived in that home, made their mortgage payment, and now they have over $100,000 worth of equity. It's their piggy bank. So let's just be realistic about the situation. Are you gonna, in the next 2 years, are you gonna save over $100,000? If not,
Nope.
just buy that home and live in it in a nice area that's going to be appreciating and growing. And again, it's not going to be, it might not be exactly where you want to be. It may not be the exact home you want, but you're going to be paying rent. You're going to be paying somebody's mortgage, right? It might as well be
Right.
yours. Underage, my bones hurting. So I know we are over an hour. I want to touch on one last thing that really is very important. And I understand I may lose a couple of people. We're still going strong with the amount of people watching right now. And that is talking about insurance, homeowners insurance, surging cost, what it means to be underinsured or not insured, and the impacts it can have. It is really happening. It's pertinent because you deal with people with Hurricane Helene in Western North Carolina, dealing with hurricane insurance issues right now. But we definitely see it in LA right now, where a lot of people were uninsured or underinsured. And in that part of the country, there was only, I believe, 2 insurance providers. There's
Wow, I
only
didn't
2
know
insurance
that.
providers, and the cost was tremendous. So a lot of people just went without insurance.
Oh wow! So even if they had a mortgage on their home, they still
no people that I mean, if you have a mortgage, you got to have insurance. But a lot of those homes were paid off. Because if you go, like, people think LA, think you get sunshine and you get everything, but a lot of those homes are old. Not a lot of new construction other than like West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, but Palisades, Pacific Palisades, Malibu. But elsewhere, we talk about like LA County, a lot of those homes are older. So a lot of them were paid off and they weren't insured. So we talk about rebuilding and not having the funds to rebuild. What are their options? Are they gonna have to relocate? What's happening? So give me one second, pull up this article. Well, actually I have this video I want to play. If I can pull it up, hold on. All right, so earlier this year, I talked about the proposal for insurance premiums across the state to go up, North Carolina, to go up 42% on average. Over along the coast, the proposal was for those homes, insurance premiums to go up 99%. In this area, region, the average was around 30%. And this is a quick video talking about it.
We have our eye on how the State Department of Insurance is responding to the proposed homeowners insurance rate hike by the North Carolina Rate Bureau. And this afternoon, homeowners are taking notice.
My opinion on it is if they're going to raise it, they need to raise it, but not 42% or whatever it is.
We caught up with Susan Gilmore outside of Walmart today. While just a couple of miles away, attorneys and representatives for the State Department of Insurance and the North Carolina Rate Bureau were holding a public hearing on that 42%. It is the average percentage the Rate Bureau, which represents the 110 insurance companies who do business here in the state, want to raise homeowners insurance rates, which has the potential to impact people like Susan.
If they raise ours, I don't know what we're going to do. We're on a fixed income, so, anytime they raise stuff like that, it affects everybody all the way across the board.
The State Department of Insurance denied the Rate Bureau's request earlier this year, and by law, the Bureau is entitled to a public hearing. That hearing started today, meaning if the Bureau is successful in their proposal, insurance companies could hike rates for homeowners. But it's important to note, every homeowner would pay a different amount after speaking with their insurance agent. Insurance companies have not proposed a rate hike since November of 2020 and say a rate hike now would be appropriate, especially on the heels of Helene.
When the insurance companies have to pay out, we're all going to have to pay. I don't see a way around it.
And the entire hearing is set to last for several.
So make sure we're there. Okay. So I wanted to bring you that video was from 3 months ago. But here we are, January 13th, and the final decision for homeowner insurance will be made public soon. This article just came out on Friday, actually. And I just want to bring it to everybody's attention that your insurance premium will be going up. So there's ways in which you not can get away from it. You're going to be impacted somewhat, right? No matter if you're a renter or a homeowner or whatever, right? But you have to shop around. And I like to talk about the positives of home ownership and the joys, right? But this is a reality. And your mortgage is, you got your principal, interest, taxes, which have gone up, right? Because property values have gone up, taxes.
Right.
And then you have insurance. And they will go up. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And you also have your PMI.
Yes. Yeah. If you don't now, can you explain what PMI is, please? I think you need to do a video on that too.
You want me to too? Okay. You just give me a lot of homework. So PMI is private mortgage insurance, and it don't protect the consumer or the buyer of the home. It actually only protects the lender if you default on your mortgage.
Yep. So private mortgage insurance, right? And once you get 80% equity, you can remove it, ask for it to be removed. Once you get 78% equity, it has to be removed automatically. Now, you may think it's only 2%, but you don't want to pay for another year and a half, 2 years PMI. So if you own a home, reach out to a mortgage professional. You can reach out to one of us, and we can just run a quick comp and see exactly what your home may be worth, CMA, see what your home is worth, and see how much you are owed, and we may be able to get that eliminated, your PMI, right? And that's something that we can just provide to you now. It's not going to be an appraisal, right? Because we need to make sure you get an appraisal, but we can put you in the ballpark to see if you should even request an appraisal if it makes sense, right?
Sir, so for FHA, it actually sticks to the life of the loan. If they have a convention, so with conventional, it's 80%, and you have to make 24 payments because I got hours off, but it was like a fight with them. And in the state of North Carolina, you don't have to get an appraisal. You only have to get a BPO.
Okay. Okay. And what is a BPO?
Yeah, I could definitely provide an opinion.
Okay. I'm just making sure. Like we have the vernacular. We have the vernacular. We want to make sure everybody's, caught up with us. So for both of you, we have OB saying, as a homeowner up for insurance renewal in June, any advice for someone who has not shopped around since they bought? What say you? Let's go, Shauntay.
I would tell you, make sure you bundle your insurance, your home, your car, your boat insurance, motorcycle. The more you bundle, the more discount you're going to get.
Totally agree. Any other advice, Keisha?
I would just say make sure that you have make sure you have enough coverage. Because don't care when you brought your home, you should have equity now. You want to make sure that you have enough coverage just in case anything was to happen, that it will take care of replacing a replacement.
No, you raise a very valid point. Now I almost forgot about it. I wasn't gonna it slipped my mind. Make sure you have adequate insurance. Sometimes the least amount may sound good. Like it's lesser payment, everything sounds good and everything like that. However, it may not put you in the best position possible. You think about the equity,
even
deductibles. You think about the equity you have. When you think about the valuables in the home, like I don't know what you have in the home. You want to make sure everything is covered. And again, yes, it may cost you a little more every single month. But if anything we've learned in the past I would say I would even go as far as 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Natural disasters occur. Unforeseen things occur. Um, Hurricane Helene, a lot of them did not have flood insurance because they didn't need flood insurance. But I'm sure they wish they had it right now, right? And then in California, I don't know how this is possible, but a lot of the homes that even had insurance and everything didn't have fire insurance.
Oh, wow.
So they're not going to be able to be covered. So again, make sure we are protected. And to get personal, has nothing to do with the house, but Keisha was like, "Oh, you got your car back." I was without my car for about 3 months. I had got into an accident. I'm fine. Everybody was fine. The other person had a couple bruises, but it was their fault. They were underinsured, and
Oh, wow.
they were old. They were elderly, 89 and 91. 89 was the driver. The passenger was 91, and married couple, underinsured. And yes, could I have gone after them? They live here in Fort Mill. They have their own house. They have their house free and clear and everything. Could I have gone after them and done all that? I could have, but I don't. It's not, in my opinion, just wasn't worth it. It's not the right thing to do. But in my car, I don't like a lot of nice things. No comments over there. No comments over there. I'm very simple, but I do like a nice
You
car.
are.
I do like a nice car. So my car is pretty expensive, and the minimum coverage in South Carolina is 30,000, and they had the minimum, and that wasn't touching like a fourth of my car. So I had to wait and fighting insurance, fighting everything, doing everything, to where you're not always you might come across someone who may not be as understanding or whatever. I'm just thankful everybody's safe and come after you personally because you're underinsured, right? And then think about for yourself, even when I'm just glad that I was insured because, again, the minimum is 30,000, right? So I could have had my car just driving around with $30,000 worth of coverage, knowing that if I got in any accident, it wouldn't cover anybody else. So same thing with the house. You may be able to get away with $100,000 or $200,000 worth of coverage, but you know that now your house is worth 500, but your mortgage payment is just, your balance is 200. Like, you want to make sure you're covered for everything that you may see. But that's one of those things that really hit home, seeing stuff that happened in LA and also Western North Carolina. And not to put you on the spot, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, I had a house fire in 2020, December 2020, and the house burnt down to the foundation in the middle of the night. Luckily, we were well insured. It ended up being a 5-house fire from a solar light. So it wasn't like somebody did something, a battery exploded and ignited a line of privacy trees that went up to the house. So it's one of them things you're not planning, but luckily we were well insured. I can tell you, do not skip on that because that rebuild price from when we bought the house to rebuild time was almost double, and it was only 5 years. It was only a 5-year-old house. Make sure you take pictures inside your house at least once a year, because whenever you go back to
I didn't
remember
think about that.
everything
Thank you for
that's
that.
in your house, you can't fathom all that stuff. But yeah, do not skip on insurance. I would not recommend that at all.
No, most definitely. So you don't know this. I haven't even shared this with you. We were neighbors when that happened, right? And it was in the middle of COVID, right? COVID had just started or whatever.
Yeah, lockdown.
And I'm not even this is just me being real with you all, in the world, is COVID. Literally every night in COVID, me and my partner, you know her, we drank a bottle of wine like every single night. I was out like, and I woke up the next morning. We both were woke up the next morning, and saw the Facebook, saw next door, saw everything. I'm like, how the hell did we sleep through all this?
Yeah. 3 different fire departments, sir.
Yes, like we slept clear through it.
That was a good bottle of wine.
I cannot.
That was a good bottle.
And to this day, my kid's mom doesn't drink because of that.
Wow.
But that's good though, because
literally has not had a drink since that.
Wow. I didn't
know
know
that.
that.
Shauntay, that's sad. You stop her from drinking.
I saved her life.
No, it was one of those things. It was just a wake up call where it was like, all of this is going on, and we are entrusted to watch over our kids, and even, you know, this is our responsibility, and we didn't wake up at all. Now, I can't say I gave up drinking. I am more responsible. I haven't. Well, I don't know if I told you, I did give up drinking for like 75 days recently. My first drink was I didn't drink during Thanksgiving, didn't drink New Year's, Christmas. My first drink was Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
For your birthday.
I was waiting for my birthday. It was my birthday. So I was like, I timed it to where it would be that day. Now, but yeah, so it was just yeah, I didn't share that with you, Shauntay, but
no, you didn't.
She has not had a drink since that happened. And she has like I believe she does still have like a counter every single day that goes as far as long as she
That's awesome.
So, yeah. I don't know if it's awesome, but it's responsible.
No, it's responsible. Like I wouldn't have woke up because it was 3:20 in the morning, but the dog was barking and it had a weird bark because it came through our attic down and it didn't touch our smoke alarms yet.
Ah. Oh, wow.
So a lot of the neighbors had smoke alarms installed in their attic after that.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a good idea too.
That is a very good idea. That's something I think we should definitely tell our clients from here on out. I didn't realize that. Look at you holding out on us. Tips and tricks. Okay. All right. I'm with it. Anything you all want to say, anything you want to touch on in the comment section, anything you all want to address? They're gracious enough. I told them an hour, and it's already been an hour and 20 minutes. If there's anything you all want to touch on, we're here. We did get a comment from Universal Justice saying the Silver Line being canceled or postponed will be a big loss for West Charlotte, the airport, and River District and Belmont. No, it's with that said, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Charlotte can't get right when it comes to these lines. Like all of them, except the one that just goes north-south. We can't get right with any of the rest of them. Charlotte is so close to being a very good major city. And I'm here in Charlotte. I love Charlotte. And I was talking to somebody like Charlotte is the Goldilocks city for me. Like it's just perfect. I've been in LA. I've been in DC, Nashville. I love Charlotte, but again, that doesn't mean I can't criticize it. Like we can't get right in that aspect.
Yeah, it took forever for them to get the line right uptown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Again, how can people get a hold of you? I'm about to put all of your contact information in the chat. It will be in the description as well for this video. But how can people get a hold of you, Keisha? I have your information up here first, so please share with us.
My Instagram is Keisha the Realtor. Phone number is 843-861-9881. And my email is closed, CLOSED, with WITH Keisha, KEISHA @gmail.com.
See, you didn't give me any chance to really get it going, to type it up. You just spurted it out, and I'm like, I'm a little dyslexic over here. Like I can't.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. You need me to start over?
No, we're good. We're good. And the chat doesn't let me like do lines over here.
Oh.
Hold on, paste. There we go. All right. I'm struggling, chat. Hold on.
You can copy and paste.
Yeah, I'm copying and pasting. I'm copying and pasting all of that first thing you sent me, Shauntay. Go for it.
Okay. I'm Shauntay Cloud. My phone number is 704-880-5329. My handle for social media is Realtor Shauntay Cloud. And my email address is shauntay@shauntaycloud.com.
Perfect. Don't come for me, Keisha. Oh,
I'm not
it'll
gonna
be
say a
correct
word.
in the description. It'll be correct in the description.
Let's see. Okay.
And I think all of us work in North Carolina, South Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that what I just copied for you it didn't happen like I thought it would, Shauntay. All right, hold on.
He
I'm gonna
need
give you
he need
proper
assistance
justice.
with his copy and paste.
I do.
It's okay.
Tell me, what is your goal? And I say tell me, we're really telling the world so they can help you assist in achieving your goal for this year as far as clients and families you want to impact and be a blessing to in this real estate business. What is your goal for each of you? Let them know so they know like this is what I want. And when you put it out there, the world was I've learned that they're willing to help.
Right.
Go ahead, Shauntay.
Okay. I would love to help families that are relocating, moving to the area. If you're a move up buyer, helping you sell and purchase your new home. I do know quite a few 55 plus up communities. And I'm hoping to help at least 40 families this year.
I'm speechless. Look at you. I love it. I love it. Keish, what we got?
So I do focus a lot on first-time home buyers, which I want to continue with my first-time home buyers. I love helping relocation clients, military clients, because I just got certified to be one of the military relocation specialists. So I definitely want to help some military relocations. And I have a goal of, and I want to help people that's willing to sell and buy another one. So I have a townhome that's actually hitting the market this week. I think the aesthetics in the townhome is really, really cute. So she's actually purchasing and moving outside of Charlotte. So I'm going to be listing this townhome. So if
Tell
you
us some details.
actually
I know you
are,
can't really give us the price yet, but details. Do you have bedroom, bath? What part of town it's in?
It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2.5 bath, 2-story, 1 car garage. She did some cute little aesthetics in the home. It's close to UNCC, so I think it would be definitely good for like a first-time home buyer, maybe even like a college student, and they can rent the rooms out. So it's off of Robinson Church Road, and in that area, you know, they've grown up with a lot of new builders and stuff that's coming in.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really, really good area, and I'm excited for that listing. So if you want a sneak preview, I'll be happy to show y'all.
Reach out to her.
And pictures should be online this week as well. We're taking pictures tomorrow, so they should be online on Wednesday.
Perfect.
I have a goal of helping at least 50 people this year. Yeah.
Now, chat, you heard them. You heard them both. 40 and 50. Now, I'm gonna hold both of them accountable to this.
You should.
I will say, I'm very proud of both of them. Even starting off this new year, like y'all are running. So I appreciate it, and anything I can do to help, you know, I'm here. You know, we talk multiple times a day. No, okay. let me correct it, because before you all correct me, they reach out multiple times a day, and I may talk to him. I may talk to him once. All right. What do I foresee for lifestyle, the firm? What do I want to accomplish this year? I want to be number one.
Hey.
I want to be number one in the sense of, yes, numbers wise, volume, but I want to really be your go-to real estate advisor in the Carolinas. Whether it be obviously the Charlotte region, but we have agents in Columbia. I'm planning on opening an office in Charleston, Columbia, and Greenville this year as well. And then also in Raleigh. So anywhere in the Carolinas, we want to be your go-to trusted real estate advisors, to where, yes, anybody can open the door and show a home, right? That's easy.
Right.
The expertise comes in to where we want you to think about and consider things that you may overlook, and to rely on our expertise in years in this business, to where we stand on the shoulders of other people, to where, yes, we may be in the industry 6-7 years, over a decade, but we have colleagues and partners that have been here for over 20, right? And we all help each other just become better in our craft. And we want to give that insight to you and make sure we put you in the best position possible. And sometimes that may seem like we don't want you to buy, or sometimes it may seem like we might be fighting against you, and that's not it. That's not it at all. We want you to buy, right? That's how we get paid, people buying and selling. But we understand that if you're not happy, ultimately, that's going to reflect poorly on us, right?
Yeah.
And we want to make sure you are considering various things, the insurance price increase. And a lot of people may think, oh, well, I'm not buying because of the insurance increase. No, as a renter, you may not be paying it right now, but as soon as it's time to renew that rent, you better believe your landlord is going to incorporate that into the rent. So just little things that we want you to consider and to know what's happening around the bend, because we truly are in the field every single day, and we study the news, we study the market to where, what's a good area to buy? Well, we know over here, this building is coming, this community is coming, so it would be a perfect time to buy now, right? We really want to be number one. I want to be number one. And only way I can do so is with partners like you two and two agents out there. I know some agents watch and learn and everything like that. If you are motivated, if you're driven, if you are wanting to help and have a servant leadership, come on, this is the home for you. Now, if you are pretentious, don't want to help, only concerned about making money, we're not for you. If I'm being honest with you, we're just not for you. But we understand that, and I can speak for both of you, we've seen it in our own lives. The more we give, the more blessings we have received. And we want to make sure we go the extra mile for each other, but also for our clients as well. So that's what I see this year. I want to be, we are actually, you all don't know these numbers, but we are top 30 firm here in Canopy right now.
In a year.
In a year.
That's good.
Top 30 out of 1,100.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, top 30. So I want to, well, it sounds good, top 30. I'm looking at Kobe right now. There's only one number that matters, and that's number one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So
yep.
And I understand we only can get that way by helping you and then helping the community. So let's do that. I'm excited for this new year. It is going very, very fast. Actually, we're already 13 days in. But do not be shied away by these interest rates, 7.2, 7.24. I'll be surprised at the amount of action that there's a lot of buyers out there that have been sitting on the sideline waiting for rates to come down, waiting for this, waiting for that, and they're just fed up. They're moving forward. And if that means let's go new construction, let's go new construction and get a rate in the 2, 3, or 4s. But if it's a resale home, let's talk about how we can get your rate down to the high 5s, low 6s. There's ways in which we can accomplish that, and with our expertise, we can structure that deal. So with that said, thank you all for rocking with us for an hour and a half. I think this is the longest one we've done. I appreciate both of you for sticking with me. I do appreciate it. I know you all have families you know how to get to. You all have a good night. Y'all two stick around, but we'll talk to you all later.
Good night.
Contact.